Have you ever woken up in the night, certain you were being watched? Sometimes darkness isn't empty, it's waiting. And what waits within can follow you for a lifetime.
Have you ever felt unseen eyes watching you in the dark? Welcome to Nightfall Crypt, where shadows whisper, the unknown lingers, and every story is waiting for you to listen, if you dare.
I was only 8 years old the night my perception of reality shifted forever. Our house was quiet, nestled comfortably in an ordinary suburban neighborhood. There was nothing sinister about it during daylight, just your typical family home filled with warmth and laughter. But when night fell, the shadows danced differently. My brother and I shared a bedroom, our bunk bed positioned so that from my perch on the top, I could clearly see out into our living room. That particular night, sleep left me suddenly. Something felt off. It wasn't a noise or even a sight that woke me, but a deep, instinctual unease. My eyes adjusted to the dim light streaming softly from a distant street lamp, casting strange shapes along the walls. At first, the darkness seemed uniform, empty, until something shifted. Movement caught my attention, pulling my gaze towards the fireplace mantel. There, illuminated dimly by moonlight filtering through the blinds, stood a figure. A woman gently dusting the mantel as if performing a mundane household chore. Her long evening gown shimmered slightly, a ghostly pale fabric hugging her slender frame. A chill prickled my spine. My mother was a large, comforting woman, nothing like the figure standing in the living room. I whispered cautiously, voice cracking slightly. The woman froze, hand mid-motion, a cloud of dust particles floating lazily around her fingertips. Then, with deliberate slowness, she turned around. Her face, her terrible, monstrous face, was etched into my memory forever. What had seemed like an ordinary, even graceful figure transformed instantly into something grotesque. Her mouth stretched impossibly wide, eyes sunken into dark, shadowed sockets, the flesh peeling away as if burned. She opened that horrifying mouth, releasing a shriek so piercing I felt it ripple through me, nearly knocking me from my bunk. I blinked in terror, scrambling back against the wall, pulling blankets up as if they could shield me. When my eyes reopened, she was gone. The room was still, silent once again. Somehow, my childish fear slipped into exhaustion, and I drifted back to sleep. Perhaps my young mind had forced me into denial, into believing it was only a dream. The next morning, sunlight chased away shadows, painting our home in bright, cheerful colors. Everything seemed normal, almost. Driven by curiosity and lingering dread, I wandered cautiously into the living room. Everything appeared untouched, peaceful in daylight. Then I saw it. Our old TV screen, turned off and blank, held a faint glow. Slowly, unmistakably, words formed on the screen. "Do not be afraid." My breath caught sharply. I glanced around, desperate for someone else to witness this impossible event. But no one was there, and as quickly as they'd appeared, the letters faded, leaving only cold glass reflecting my startled face. I asked my family repeatedly that day if anyone else had seen anything strange. They laughed gently, dismissing my vivid imagination. Days turned to weeks, months, then years. Life moved forward, burying that night beneath layers of ordinary days. Yet the memory never faded. To this day, I question whether the woman was a trick of my sleepy mind or something much darker, something genuinely supernatural. Maybe ghosts are merely echoes of the past, harmless remnants lingering on the edge of our perception. Or maybe just maybe, they're more aware than we dare believe, deliberately reaching out, whispering through the dark to remind us we're never truly alone. Was the midnight visitor real? Or was she only a nightmare, conjured by the shadows and fears of an impressionable young mind? To this day, I don't truly know, and perhaps that uncertainty is the scariest part of all.
And so, the shadows stretch further, and the mystery only deepens. But this is far from the end. It's merely the beginning. What lingers beyond the door? Who is whispering your name? And what is that shifting in the corner of your eye? The answers await in the next chapter of these chilling tales. Subscribe to Nightfall Crypt and hit the notification bell, because the crypt's secrets are endless and the darkness never sleeps. Until next time, stay in the light if you can.